So you're very welcome along to the Father Manning Gales Club here in County Longford, where we're almost set to go for the Masters Spirit Cup final between Cavan and Galway. That's the first of two matches we have for you on our live stream today. The second match later on will be the Challenge Cup final, and that's between Armagh and Sligo. That one throws in at 3:30, and throw in here for the Spirit Cup final between Cavan and Galway, as I say, is in the next few minutes at 1:30. Both teams out in the field, as you can see, just finalising their warm-ups. Conditions pretty favourable. There's a slight breeze blowing around the place, but conditions and the pitch in perfect condition as well, so hopefully set up for what will be an entertaining encounter after we had two great finals last week at Kingspan Breffni in Cavan, where Tyrone won the Tier 1 final, and there was success as well for Donegal. They claimed the Masters Plate final title after a win over London. So just to update you on the various tiers, the Cavan Galway match is the Spirit Cup final, as I say, that's Tier 5, and then the Tier 4 final is the Masters Challenge Cup final between Armagh and Sligo, which throws in a little bit later on. Con O'Mara is alongside me again for today's two matches. Con, Cavan and Galway contesting this first match, two teams that have contested Masters football very, very well in the last few years.
Oh, absolutely. Galway, I remember when I first started watching Masters football, I saw them down here winning a three in a row. So back in, I think it was 11, 12 and 13. So, you know, they've a great history in it. Haven't been up to those heights recently, but when they get to finals, they tend to play well in them, and they play football the right way, as the purists would say. And the same thing for Cavan. Like Cavan, very unlucky not to win a final a number of years ago. Went to replay with Mayo, went down to extra time. Always very competitive, and you can see with the numbers out here, a great tradition in Masters football. So even though this isn't the top end competition, this is our fifth tier, our bottom tier game. Oftentimes you get the best football in those. The pace mightn't be what we saw in Tyrone Roscommon last week, but the football is still there, and it can make for great entertainment and great enjoyment. Yeah,
we had a couple of great finals last year, didn't we, in the finals down towards the bottom tiers, so let's hope today is something similar. As I say, conditions pretty much ideal. Our match referee is Frankie Toher, and he'll get things up and running in just a second. Let's run you through the teams. You've got a change or two there, Con, on the Cavan side of things.
I did, yeah. So if you want to run through the
yeah, so we've got a change at centre half forward. I think is it Joe Sheridan in.
Joe Sheridan is in, and that's a big loss. Yeah, Keith Fannin from Drungoon, if you remember, he was man of the match in the Sligo Cavan final last year. This time of the year, he played for Ireland as well with the over 40s international rules, and a super player, Keith. So he's a massive loss for Cavan at centre forward.
Yeah, he won player of the match that day. He was heading out the gate after as well to play in a club game, if memory serves, after that. Here's the Cavan team: Brian Clark, Kevin Donoghue, Paul Brady and Dahi Neri. The half-back line is Shawnee Farrelly, Shane Mulligan and Porrick Cahill. Derek Hand and Michael Doherty are in the middle of the field. The Moss Leonard, that aforementioned change, Joe Sheridan wearing 20 lines out at centre half forward in place of Keith Fannin, and Anthony Brady is at number 12. Then it's Colm Riley, Declan Beard and Michael McGovern in the full forward line. Then the Galway team: Barry Steed is in goal with Stephen Smith, Malt Engels and Shay Kennelly in the full back line. Brian Loughlin, Stephen Caniff and Daniel King are in the half back line. Brendan Devaney and Liam Tierney are in the middle of the park. Adrian White, Martin Kelly and Mark Walsh are in the half forward line. Then it's Colin Ridge, Mark Henry and Jason Powers completing the Galway lineup. So that's how both sides will line up here. Let's take a check on their respective runs in this year's competition. Galway 2 wins from their 6 matches, 4 defeats in there as well, and Cavan 1 win, 1 draw and 4 defeats from their 6 matches. So that's why both sides are down towards the bottom end of the table and in this final at Tier 5, the Spirit Cup final. But the competition generally quite tight, isn't it, Con, all the way through? When you look at Tyrone, for example, won 5 of their 6 matches, but they were comprehensive winners then in the final last week, even though they finished down in 6th place in the table.
Absolutely, yeah, very competitive. And even when you look at our 2 finals today, so we've got Galway and Cavan in the bottom tier final, the 5th final, but Sligo are in the 4th tier final. But Galway actually beat Sligo by 2 points in the league standings, and that was the way. You know, very little between teams, a score between teams the whole way through. Aside from your Dublin and Tyrone, I think are setting the standards. Then you've got a second tier, but really if you go down below perhaps Derry there on the table, any of those teams could beat each other from there down, and the proof of the pudding was in the results. Like Sligo beat Mayo in the group, yet they finished five standings below them. Galway beat Sligo, yet they're a couple below them. So it really is day-to-day stuff, and a lot of it, of course, depends on who's on holidays and who's got confirmation or first holy, or who wants to return the library books that they took out and were overdue. So it isn't always priority, and rightly so, but very competitive, very enjoyable, and these will definitely be the biggest panels that these two teams have got out for the year when it comes to finals day. Yeah,
Cavan won the Challenge Cup final last year. They beat Sligo in that final. They also claimed silverware 2 years ago in 2022 when they won the plate title, so they have pedigree at this stage of the competition. And as Con says, Galway, well, it's over a decade ago now, isn't it, when they were dominating things in the top tier. They won the top tier in 2013, 2012, 2011 and 2014 as well, so 4 in a row for them back in that era. But it's a new team now, and the Galway players just making their way towards their positions now as they get set to go. And as you can see, Cavan breaking away from their huddle away to our left hand side. They've got a huge panel as well. 41 players listed on the Cavan panel, 31 on the Galway team, so that's reflective of the popularity of Masters football in both counties. And we'll get up and running now in just a second. There is a little bit of a breeze blowing, but it's not going to be overly significant. I think it's probably in favour of Galway in this first half. It's blowing down to that corner away to our left hand side, but as I say, it's not terribly significant, as the Cavan players now just trotting up into their positions. Some changes to the teams as tends to happen before throwing. You can see Noel Qualter wearing number 21 is in the middle there for Galway, and he's partnered there by Liam Tierney from Uachtarard. The Cavan pairing Derek Hand and Michael Doherty set to contest this throw-in from Frankie Toher, our match referee. So away we go in the first of today's final, and Cavan into possession. Michael Doherty gets an early touch. Foul coming in there from Brian Loughlin from Clare Galway. Cavan free for Tomas Leonard from the Killigary club, drives that one down low. Out in front of his full forward, Declan Beard, the captain from the Ballina club, has 2 defenders for company there. He's looking for a ball in here. That's a good run as well, and a nice spin. This could be an opening score here for Cavan, and what a point it is. Good kick from Joe Sheridan, the man that was included at late notice in the starting team, and that's a really well worked score.
Yeah, Joe Sheridan, he looks a bit like the Joe Sheridan that played for Meath. Is there a chance that that's him?
I think that could be him, yeah.
Centralstown, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's the Meath man. So
I hope there's no loud people listening in or throwing anything at the TV at the minute.
So the Meath man with the opening score for Cavan. 2 Cavan men underneath that kick out. The referee, I think he judged him to have caught that. Now Galway are claiming that he hadn't. The 2 Cavan players got in each other's way. But in any case, Cavan retain possession, and away they go again now with Cullum Riley sending this one in long. Well, there's the clear game plan for Cavan in the early stages here, driving in long on top of Joe Sheridan, and he's won himself a free here.
He's a fair removable object when he sets himself. You've spent time, Carl, yourself at full-back. I would like to be trying to get around him or move him off a ball. A great target man to have.
Yeah, he made a good move for that first ball in, didn't he? The ball in coming from Declan Beard there on the far side, and now this is a very kickable free for Cavan, you would say, in front of the post, and should make it 2-0 score after the early stages. It'll be kicked in by Cullum Riley, and no mistake from the left footer, and that's Cavan's second point of the match. Their first from a free, and that makes it 2-0 score after the early stages here.
Yeah, Galway just want to get possession and get a hands-on ball and settle into this now. We saw that last week in games. If you don't get it going early on, teams can get anxious.
That's a good kick out this time, and well gathered as well for Galway by Adrian White. And he sets Brian Loughlin away now. Loughlin's looking up here for a long ball in, drives it in now. The bounce will favour the defender, you feel, but it's all the way through, and it might just work out here for Galway. There might be a goal chance on here. There is a goal chance on for Galway. The keeper got a touch to that, and I think flicked it onto the crossbar. Was rattled in by Flaherty, and I think in the end the umpires waved that wide. I thought the goalkeeper might have got a touch, but in any case it's a Galway wide.
Great bit of pace by he's down here as D.D. Flaherty. I think we'd have to check the typo on that. The Barna man burnt his defender in along the back line, and yeah, I think a touch off the keeper and off the crossbar, and that was some attack by Galway, direct foot.
Great score if they get it, and Cavan have got it. What a wonderful point that is. Finished off by Michael McGovern, a move that started all the way back in their own 13-yard line with Brian Clark. Ends up with a great score, 3 points to no score.
And we said that the pace might not be what we saw last weekend, but some beautiful football. The way they switched it there, the keeper picking it up on the left-hand side, down the right wing, in toward the centre, and finishing up in the hands of Michael McGovern. And he'd only one thing on his mind: beat his man on the inside, and a great finish.
So Galway really do need to get themselves a score here now. 3 points in arrears already, and that bit of a breeze probably helping them in this first half. That's a long kick out, nice flick on from Liam Tierney. And that'll find his centre half forward, Martin Kelly. He's the captain of this Galway team, looking up for a ball inside. Nothing on just yet, so he hangs on to possession. Now needs some help here, just about keeps it in play. Ball comes back outside again, and here's an opportunity maybe up into the D, and there's the free for Galway. Foul came in on Noel Qualter, and here's a good opportunity now, right on the edge of the D. Good angle for a right-footed kicker, and Galway, you feel, need this score.
They do, playing some nice football, and you see a lot of that in games now when the defence is back. We saw Martin Kelly bring it up the line. We saw David Cohen from Corrafin cutting in off the sideline and worked it into the Qualter, and a good chance for Galway to get off the mark, as you said.
And it's that man D.D. Flaherty, as he's known in the programme, kicking this one right-footed. Strikes it well, that has plenty of distance, and it has the accuracy as well. Good score, and Galway off the mark through Flaherty.
That was a good confident strike, because he was out on the edge of the D, not a gimme by any manner of means, but he hit that so true, and you feel he'd another 10 metres on it if he needed it.
Yeah, definitely. We're here at the Father Manning Gales Club in Longford. Fantastic facilities. The playing surface looks absolutely brilliant, and the facilities in perfect order for today's finals. That ball's gone out for a Galway line ball, so Galway just getting a bit of territory here now as well after that good Cavan start. Can they make a count with another score here? The referee's just telling Qualter to get on with it here. Eventually finds the ball inside as far as David Cohen. And now possibilities here up towards the edge of the D again. This is the captain from Clare Galway, looking anxiously after that because it's just sailed outside the right hand upright. That was Martin Kelly with the attempt.
As you can see with Galway as well, Cavan have made the better start, but there's loads of football in Galway, as there always is. The forward play is very, very neat, very precise, and the finish just unfortunate from Kelly, just to the right and wide, but loads to build on there.
Kick out now for Cavan. Their goalkeeper Brian Clark winding up for this one. Another break ball in the middle, and Galway have got it. Much better from Galway in the last few minutes. Martin Kelly picked that one up. Takes it quickly. Out as far as Flaherty again. He's been the danger man. He's been fouled. That'll be a free in. And a good opportunity here again, you feel, for Galway. Given the kick he took a few minutes ago, now it is more difficult angle. But you would imagine he certainly has the distance from here, does Flaherty. Just outside that 21 metre line. Goes short though. Now, will it come off for Galway? All the way across to the far side of the field. They'll be hoping they can get a shot away here. It's a tricky enough angle. Good kick though. Fine score. That's come from the wing back, Brian Loughlin. Drilled it over with the right boot. Much better from Galway now. They're back to within a point, 3 points to 2.
Yeah, that was a super score. When the ball was kicked across them, you were kicking from the centre of the D out to the wing. I didn't think it was a great idea, but Brian Loughlin did very, very well, and Adrian Wright obviously knew that he had that in his locker when he passed it over.
That kick out straight to a Galway man again, and Galway starting to take over here. Long ball in on top of Flaherty down in the corner again. Good defending this time on the part of the Cavan cornerback Dahi Neary, who is fouled. And that'll just relieve the pressure here on Cavan. They haven't got themselves up the park in the last couple of minutes, but here's an opportunity to do so. Moss Leonard now from Killygarry goes short. Shawnee Farrelly forward to Sheridan again. He's out in front waiting for a runner to come off here. Sheridan gets it away in time. Back to Farrelly again. Dinks the ball inside. It's over the head of his intended target, Declan Beard, and picked up by Galway back there. And Galway have really grown into this contest now. Long one sent forward as far as David Cohen. Going waiting for an option to present itself here. Winds his way away from the initial challenge. Now it finds its way out to Noel Coulter. Coulter hits the accelerator, goes past the challenge, then's fouled just inside the 45. Now, is this on in terms of a shot? Might be just outside the range.
You can see Galway here nearly playing like the senior team. They're playing it wide and deep and leaving loads of space in around the D to run into, just as we saw there from Noel Coulter.
Flaherty now looking to get it back onto the right boot. We've a lovely angle here.
Kick.
Has that crept its way inside? It's very close.
Ooh.
Just outside the upright. I don't think Flaherty felt that went over either, given his reaction. That's their third wide, Galway. But he's the danger man, isn't he?
He is the danger man, and Dahinery, who did really well on the ball in beforehand. Flaherty has a fair bit of toe on him, but there's none of the Cavan backs saying I'll swap with you in there. They're happy enough where they are. Nobody's too keen to pick him up, but if they don't put manners on him, he looks like he could be a match winner if Galway get enough a ball in there.
That's a great kick out, straight down the throat of Colm Riley, sends it forward quickly as far as Michael McGovern, who has already kicked a point today. Now he's looking up here for a ball across the field. It's a good one as well, and well gathered by Tomás Leonard. Now there's two men to aim at inside. Declan Byrne and Joe Sheridan are the two men in the inside forward line for Cavan. Here comes the ball towards Sheridan, but back there sweeping in front diligently is Shea Kennelly. Read that one nicely. Now the referee's just going in there again, I think, to is he going to speak to Joe Sheridan? Might pick up a card for his troubles.
Yeah.
No, it's just a talking to.
It wasn't that bad. It's just Joe was so strong it looked worse, you know.
There's a big hit. Galway man retains it. Kennelly from Clifton. And now taking it clear is Martin Kelly, the Galway captain. He's looking up here for an option. Cavan do have an extra body back there as well, a +1. Defending in front of the full back line just off camera. That's Shane Mulligan, the centre half back. Lovely ball inside, and well gathered too by Mark Henry. He was under a lot of pressure there from Paul Brady from Cornafane, and then Brady comes in with the foul. Free for Galway.
Yeah, Henry looks like a stylish footballer there. He looked like he was doing that at his ease, at his own pace, even though he was under fair pressure from Paul Brady, but you wouldn't see it in him. Good skills.
And Henry has managed to wriggle his way free from the clutches of the full back here again. Back outside to Flaherty. Rounds the first challenge now. Flaherty onto the right boot here. And the referee has opted to give the free. The shot was going wide anyway, but it will be a free for Galway. And this game really has turned after Cavan's promising start.
Absolutely. Galway have, mainly through the man kicking this free here. We'll continue to call him D.D. Flaherty until we're told at Laham that we've got it all wrong about the Barna man, but he's really been a focal point. But Galway have lovely footballers all around. They spread the ball around nicely and very skillful looking when they do get the ball up there. And then Cavan, with the man going back in front of Joe Sheridan, has helped there. We saw that in the last attack, Shea Connolly from Clifton cutting out the attack well.
Flaherty to level things up here, strikes that one beautifully. 3 points apiece now. That's Flaherty's second point from a free. The other Galway score came from play from Brian Loughlin, and now we're all square here.
And like all good free takers, Flaherty took it from about 5 metres more central than where it was actually given.
If you're just joining us, this is Cavan against Galway in the Masters Spirit Cup final for 2024. We'll have Armand Sligo later on for you in the Challenge Cup final. And it all taking place here at Father Manning Gales GA Club in Longford. Cavan on the attack here again. Ball in the arms of Tomás Leonard. Plays that one forward. The hand pass is a little bit loose, but Cavan have done really well to retain it. Now it's with Anthony Brady straight down the throat. There could be a goal chance on here. It's a point instead. Anthony Brady with a needed score for Cavan. They were under the caution the last few minutes, but now they lead again 4 points to 3.
There was great venom about that attack and great threat about it. It looked like there was a goal chance on. I thought that the Galway backs did very well. They didn't leave their man. They kind of kept him guessing, and I think Brady made the right decision to take the score that was easy to pick there, because if he tried to force the goal and they didn't get it, it would have been a big lift for the Galway man.
Here comes the kick out for Galway, all the way over to that far side of the field. Another good take. Now Brian Loughlin, angle ball inside. What a brilliant pass that is. Oh, the bounce just deceiving. The corner forward Colin Ridge. It's a fine ball in to open up that Cavan defence. Here come the Ulster men now again. Kevin Donoghue over to Pádraig Cahill. Dishes that one off in time. Tomas Leonard. Good tackling here. Well, the referee says in the end it was a bit too intense on the part of Noel Coulter. And away Cavan go again. Anthony Brady. Sheridan, lovely little bounce off his man. Now he's scampered away. Might he take on a shot here? Joe Sheridan, outside of the right boot, drills the pass across. And in the end, no one there in a blue jersey to take advantage. Cavan's first wide of the match, I make it.
Yeah, the strength of Sheridan, though, you know, the man that he's on him for the Athenry man, Matt Ingles, is a strong looking customer as well. He tried to shove Joe Sheridan off the ball, but there was no move at all. You see the size, even the width of his back. He's 20 on his back. He could fit 200 on the jersey, no problem. It'd stretch across it.
Fine footballer, Joe Sheridan. I think went back into goals. Didn't need to play a bit in goals.
That's
Am I right
right,
in saying
yeah,
that?
you're right.
So very versatile player.
And a beautiful chip lift after that, and he tried the outside of the boot, and you'd nearly have fancied him for it. It just didn't get the connection right.
So still Cavan leading by 4 points to 3. But we've got a right game in our hands now. Galway coming into it after that slow start. They were 3 points to 0 down. And here are the tribesmen in possession again. Good ball this time. It's held on to by Colin Ridge. He moves it quickly with the foot down as far as Mark Henry of Tuam Stars, looking to get back out onto that left boot perhaps. He shifted a hefty hit, and I think the referee's right in awarding a free there. He was just sandwiched, wasn't he, by 2 Cavan players.
I'd say Paul Brady could be for a talking to here. He's robust in the challenge, shall we say. But yeah, Henry as well. Like Galway, in fairness to them, when they start playing football, there's loads of movement, there's great skill, good ball inside, very hard to deal with. Whereas we can see with Cavan, they're not a one-trick pony by any manner of means, but you can see that they're trying to feed the horse that's inside in the full forward line as much as they can and play off that. And nothing wrong with either of them, but they are different styles. Galway are more movement and keep it moving and spreading it wide and trying to get the openings, and usually he'll end up with Flaherty, and we have him here again from the right hand side. Be interesting to see how he goes here.
Yeah, Flaherty has 2 already, and this would level it up in this Spirit Cup final. As Con says, difficult enough angle for a right-footed kicker. Has he curled it enough? The answer is no. I think Galway felt that was over. That's a couple now that have been close. It's 4 wides for Galway.
Yeah, you nearly have a call, even at club level you see it now, call, but so many free takers in particular and kickers kicking it so high. Once it goes up over the height of the post, it's very difficult for an umpire underneath to see whether it is or not. And I don't think we'll be getting Hawkeye rolled out to Drumlish or any club grounds anytime soon.
No, we might be better off. Who knows?
Absolutely.
As Cavan go on the attack again. Michael McGovern looks lively there. Has got himself another possession. Back as far as Tomas Leonard again. It's been a good game this so far. 2 evenly matched teams. And as you say, Con, 2 contrasting styles, making for interesting viewing. Galway have tucked 13 players in behind the ball here. Long one drilled in it towards Sheridan again, and this time it's a free out. So this time the call going the way of Malt Engels, the Galway full-back.
Yeah, poor old Joe. Joe's just too big and strong. Yeah, he's not going to get any decisions in there, you know. I didn't think he did a hell of a lot wrong there. He was going for the ball. Don't think it would have made a difference. The ball in wasn't of a good quality, but I can sense his frustration.
Cavan have won that free kick from Galway, and here's the opportunity with the shot. It's a poor enough effort in the end, though. Came from Tomas Leonard just under a bit of pressure as he kicked that one. Didn't strike it particularly well, and that's out for a wide.
Yeah, we haven't had too many. We do have rolling subs, of course, in the Masters. We haven't seen too many subs coming on yet. It's getting to the stage where you'd expect that teams might try to freshen it up a bit.
Here comes the kick out from Barry Steed. Long one. Out on top of Noel Coulter. And here come Galway now with Stephen Caniff. Sends it in low. Oh, that's a lovely little touch from the corner forward, Colin Ridge. And now it might open up here for Galway. Good tackle coming in on David Cohen. Back outside to Ridge again. Now it's with Martin Kelly. Kelly trying to curl that one in. It just stayed straight, didn't it? And it's another wide for Galway. 5th one of the match.
Thought that was brilliant by the wing back, Pádraig Cahill from Cavan, because David Cohen got the ball there and went to sell a dummy, but there was no way. Pádraig Cahill, we won't make any bad jokes about Cavan men not parting with money, but he wasn't going to buy it anyway. Stood his ground, and he had the strength then to push Cohen back out. It looked like a good strike leaving the boot here from the Cavan forward, but the wind maybe had a bit of an effect on it. It didn't carry over.
And here come Cavan again now, still leading by 4 points to 3. Derek Hand sends one forward. Declan Beard this time is the intended target, and Beard has just shrugged off the attention of Shay Kennelly to earn himself a yard or two. Cavan working this one in. Bit of menace about this attack. Beard is here again. Goal opportunity. Big hit comes in.
A penalty, I would think.
And is that a penalty? It certainly looks like it's close enough to goal to be a penalty.
Yeah, Stephen Kinniff, for my money, he left the ground there for the challenge on Declan Beard. Like Declan Beard is such a strong, powerful man, was going straight for a goal.
Free out.
Oh.
It's a free out.
Yeah, I've lost my money there. Yeah. Yeah.
Joe Sheridan was lining up to take the penalty. Not quite sure what that was for. For all the world, it looked like it was going to be a Cavan penalty. The referee spotting something that we didn't spot from here.
Well, Frankie Toher must have thought that, read it, that Declan Beard was barging. That's the only reason I could give for that.
That's a good call. That it could have been for barging on the way through, and well, Galway survived, but they've given possession back here to Cavan again, and away the Ulster men go. Ball as far as Anthony Brady. He's got a point already, down to another man that's got on the score sheet, Michael McGovern. Has Stephen Caniff here for company down in that right hand corner. Joe Sheridan has come out to field here a little bit. Lovely little jink from Sheridan now. Left footed attempt coming in. Oh, that's gorgeous from Joe Sheridan. If it has the distance, it does. Well, there's the class of an ex-inter-county footballer. His second point of the afternoon. That was a really sweet strike off the left. Oh,
beautiful strike. We were treated to Stephen O'Neill rolling back the years last year, and a man with the same haircut and a different frame this evening. A lovely strike with the left foot. Back to the penalty call again. I think Declan Beard was unfortunately, I think, was penalised for being too big and too strong again. We just said Frankie Toher isn't in favour of the big, strong barreling forward. But again, when we watch it back, he could well have got that right call. But a great score, and one that was needed after that, after that for Cavan.
Yeah, so that's 5-3 now in favour of Cavan. This opens up that little bit of daylight between the teams. Well won on the break there by Derek Hand. He moves it forward quickly as far as Colm Riley. Riley now is just waiting for something to present itself here, and it does in the form of a crossfield ball to Anthony Brady, who tries to get away from Qualter. Brady forward to Declan Beard. Good hand in from Engels, the full back.
Brilliant.
Fine defending, and Galway win possession back. Good work at the back from the Connacht men, and away they go now. Cavan are well set up defensively, though. They've got a couple of extra bodies back there. Ball is with David Cohen again. Martin Kelly. And now Adrian White. Brian Loughlin. To White again. Martin Kelly. All the way across here. We've got Cavan flooding bodies back in behind the ball. On the spin with the shot was David Coney. He'd be disappointed with that one. It was good build-up play from Galway, to be fair. And now Cavan win it back. Shane Mulligan, the centre-back, who's been playing as the +1 for a lot of this first half, is doing a pretty good job there. And away Cavan go now. Thomas Leonard. Sheridan has made a run over to the left, as you can see. Beard is the one man inside. Galway do have a +1 back there as well. Anthony Brady sends it all the way across to Sheridan, who's watching that one all the way. Sheridan's going to take one on here from downtown, and that one way out to the right and wide. That was an ambitious effort, but it doesn't even go wide.
We saw the strength of Sheridan again as he took that. There was a challenge came in. I think it was from Brian Loughlin. Sheridan didn't really even see it, and he bounced back. He landed on the ground off him. It's comic book stuff.
There's a foul, and that might be from where the ball landed, in which case this might be a scoreable one. Maybe just on the edge, though, for Flaherty.
It is an interesting contrast in styles, Carl, isn't it? The real direct style, the long ball in of Cavan, whereas Galway are more into picking the locks and movement. You would look, and this might prove to be totally wrong, but looking at it, Galway looked at the lighter, faster forwards, and you'd wonder as the game goes on if subs aren't going, even though we see a couple of subs coming on now, if subs aren't going to get the run, will they have a stronger finish?
Brendan Devaney, he just he tried to catch that one on the outside of the right, but didn't quite come off. That's a 6th wide for Galway in this first half, and they're racking them up now, so they have had chances, but just not able to make a count on the scoreboard. They trail by 2, 5 points to 3. Cavan goes short. Cahill back to his goalkeeper, Brian Clark. Kevin Donoghue wins the free. He was under a little bit of pressure there. Colin Ridge was closing in. Porrick Cahill. Away Cavan. Going out, long ball forward, and there's runners coming here as well. This might open up into a scoring opportunity. Back onto the left. Well, they'll be disappointed they haven't got a point there. Colin Riley, you would have backed him, wouldn't you, off the left boot there? Yeah,
he gathered it very well, and Ray Keogh, a sub on here for Gowan, a beautiful ball that he struck through from his own 45 here, or from his own 65. Put the ball in there and open up the defence, and yeah, he would be very disappointed, Riley, after gathering it so well not to finish it.
Kick out coming from Barry Steed. Goes straight down the middle this time, inviting one for the midfielders to go for, and Brendan Devaney takes full control of the situation. Galway need a score or two here before half time. They trailed by 5 points to 3. Have had 6 wides in this first half in this Masters Spirit Cup final, coming to you live from Father Manning Gales GA Club in County Longford. Well gathered there by Noel Qualter. Oh, lovely little jink with the feet there from Qualter. Now he needs some help. Tried to get the hand pass away. Felt he was fouled as he tried to do so. Referee doesn't agree. Now it's with Derek Hand. Had a couple of runners on his left. Instead goes inside. And the hand pass is of the loose variety there. And Galway win it back. Qualter. Fouled by Derek Hand. Here's Brian Loughlin. Got a point from play earlier on. That's been Galway's only point from play in this first half. Martin Kelly now. Nothing on for a pass just yet. Then picks out a lovely ball inside to Henry. Spins onto the left. Again, the final product from Galway isn't brilliant, but it might just work out. Trotting back there was Porrick Cahill. He was under pressure from David Cohen. It's just that final touch, isn't it, for Galway, that just isn't quite there for them so far. Absolutely, because again, a great ball. Picked the lock into Mark Henry, nobody coming off him, and yeah, I think that win could be an impact on it. In the last kick out, I saw the way the ball held up, so Cavan have it with them this half, and maybe it is a bigger help than I would have thought. Oh, there's a good attempt coming in. Just found its way wide in the end. Sheridan tried to keep it in. The attempt came in from Anthony Brady. Even the way Brady struck that from the 45 would suggest, that wind is a good aid to Cavan in this first half, because we've seen Galway maybe forcing their kicks, especially from play. We know that Flaherty has struck a couple of nice frees, all right, but that wind does seem to be coming down the pitch. Yeah, there's a bit of a breeze there, judging by the flags down to our left. And Galway now with the kick out. Barry Steed again sends it long out the middle. Break spills in favour of Cavan, and Shane Mulligan, player in support down this right hand side, is Michael McGovern. Takes it away from Stephen McGovern, goes inside, and then he's fouled. The referee feels that was a free. Galway defenders don't, I think, and I think they're letting him know as well, Michael McGovern, but he wins the free, and this is a very kickable one here for Cavan to open up a 6-3 lead. Yeah, aggressive there by Kniff coming in. I think the suggestion is that the Cavan forward went down easily. Again, we'll go with the ref on this one. Yellow card there as well. But the end result is a free for Cavan, and Colin Riley is the player that's going to take it. In fairness, it did look like a free from this distance. We're a good bit back, so I think the ref got that one right. Colin Riley from Ballyhace Left foot is very, very sweet, and he's found another one here. Has the corner forward. That's his second free of the afternoon, and that makes it 6 points to 3. 2 for Joe Sheridan, 2 for Colin Riley, and 1 apiece for Anthony Brady and Michael McGovern. Galway just a 1 point from play, and it's double scores as we head for half time here. Steed with the kick out now. Again, more measured this time, but I think it's going to favour Cavan, and it is. They've won the break again. Riley has looked full of energy in this first half. Lovely exchange of passes here will set Cavan free again. Ball out as far as Anthony Brady. Difficult angle. He'll carry it in towards goal. Opening up here. Goes with the fist, and you know what? That's a fine score from Anthony Brady. His second of the day. That was the right option as well, to go with the fist. 7 points to 3 now.
Absolutely the most composed man in Drumlish when he got that ball. He knew he had to step inside, and no panic. I thought he might put it to boot, but took an extra play inside and made sure and fisted it over the bar. He's been very good, very efficient.
Kick out coming from Barry Steed again. We need to get hands on ball here. This one is hanging up in the air a little bit, and it's another Cavan free, so the momentum has totally swung again in favour of Cavan here, you would say.
I think Shane McInerney did very well to win that one.
Long ball in. Sheridan, lovely little hand pass inside. This is a goal opportunity off the crossbar and over. Was there a little shove in there as well? Well, Cavan have got the point. It came from Stephen McGovern, but it was a goal opportunity. Lovely hand pass inside from Sheridan, perfectly weighted. 8 points to 3 now, and this little spurt before half time has opened up significant daylight between the teams.
Yeah, an excellent play again by the big man inside. And Stephen McGovern, when he came to him, I thought he was just going to fist it to the net, flick it to the net, but he took it to hand, and he gave the Galway man a chance, Stephen Smith, the chance to get that nudge on him, and it was a valuable nudge. It saved them 2 points.
Galway have won the ball back there. Cavan won the initial break, and well, a score here before half time will be pretty helpful to the Galway cause, you would say, just to hold that Cavan momentum. 5 points the gap now between the teams, but Galway in possession of the size 5. It's with Martin Kelly. Dishes that one off to Flaherty, who's come out around the middle this time just to get his hands on ball. Going at the challenge here, Flaherty shrugs it off. Still Flaherty going. Cavan need to halt his progress here. Flaherty, left footed ball in. Goalkeeper has to flick it away. Good save from Brian Clark. And now Cavan have some defending to do down in the corner. It's really well done by Kevin Donoghue, who was certainly second favourite to win that ball. And away Cavan go now. Really strong finish to this half from the men in blue. Hand pass all the way out. Well won under pressure by Colin Riley. And then spreads a nice ball as far as Tomas Leonard, who'll take Cavan forward here. Shows a clean pair of heels to the Galway man chasing after him. And angles the ball in. Sheridan's in there. This might work out. Sheridan's in around the back. Joe Sheridan here for Cavan. Dishes it off. Opportunity. And it's a point for Stephen McGovern. That's his second. Probably the right call from Sheridan. Goal was certainly on, but he went for the point, and that makes it 9 points to 3 here at half time in favour of Cavan. What a strong finish to the half from them after they'd fallen well behind in terms of momentum, if not scores, in the mid part of that first half. But a late surge with Stephen McGovern hitting 2 points. Anthony Brady got in the act as well, and Cavan in charge of this final at half time. Yeah,
I think it coincided with my suggestion, Cahill, that Galway might be the fitter team. would finish stronger. As I said that, it's been all the boys in blue. Absolutely playing fantastic football, and that last move, absolutely brilliant. We saw Tomas Leonard get the ball in front of us here, as you said, show a clean pair of heels, looked up, a fantastic diagonal angle ball across on top of the big man inside, Joe Sheridan. He fed it off, and Stephen McGovern is a smart player. That's twice now he's been fed by Sheridan, and 2 points in as many minutes nearly. Galway will have to regroup. We saw there in the build up to that move, their best player of the first half for me anyway, Flaherty, their danger man, having to come out to the middle of the field to get a ball, beat the whole Cavan backline and got inside, but by the time he got in, he probably didn't have the power in the legs for the kick, and it dropped short. But Galway will go in and regroup. I think it looks like the scoring goals down there, it's nicely framed with the hedges in behind it and so on and so forth. They'll have whatever wind is going there, so it'll be interesting viewing.
Yeah, certainly will. Really good first half, and Cavan in charge at half time in the Masters Spirit Cup final. They lead by 9 points to 3 at half time.
This is Michael Malidi here, the chairman of the club here, so I'll put him on to you, Cahill, to chat to you.
Michael, you're very welcome to our coverage, and thank you for your hospitality here today. We were just complimenting the facilities. Talk to us about the work you've done here in the last few years.
Yeah, I suppose with the two pitches, fronty pitches, they're immaculate condition, and a lot of work being put in by the committee here, and it's great to have the Ireland finals here today.
Yeah, how are things going for the club overall in terms of your teams right now?
Yeah, we're in the intermediate championship. We're in the semi-final. The last couple of years we've been hitting semi-finals and finals, but never got back up yet, and hopefully maybe this year we can do it.
And any plans in terms of future progress and future works here at the grounds? I know you've done a lot in the last few years, but have you any other plans in the pipeline?
Yeah, we have a bit of ground, as you can see over there, to develop.
Yeah.
We were putting in a new AstroTurf pitch.
Very good.
And then we are in the process of we've got planning for a swimming pool and
really?
treatment rooms.
Swimming pool?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And
it's a big undertaking.
It's a big undertaking. And talk to us about the nature of the club, Michael, in terms of you're based here in Drumlish. Huge part of the local community, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, well the club is I suppose the heartbeat of any area, but it's a successful club. We've the second most highest championships and senior championships in Longford, and I suppose we're not punching that level yet, but we're hoping that we get back up there. Good history in underage football. We have produced a lot of good players for the counties over the years, and look, I suppose we're after starting back in the school levels again, and we're competing very high level at the minute, so we'll be hoping that we'll be strong again in years to come.
Yeah, well, we wish you well with all of that, Michael, and thank you for your company here today. Michael, the chairman of the Father Manning Gaels Club.
Just before I go, I'd like to thank the Masters Committee for with the assets for the venue. There was no issue at all, and it's great to see Ireland finals day. I did play for Longford for a couple of years, and I did play a Masters, so it's great to see the game here, and it's such a good crowd on a good day, so best of luck to them.
Yeah, and thank you for your hospitality, Michael. Fair play to you.
No
That's
problem.
Michael, the chairman of Father Manning Gaels. Great to get his views here at half time in the Masters Spirit Cup final between Cavan and Galway. We'll be back with the second half very shortly, but at half time it's Cavan leading Galway by 9 points to 3. So you're welcome back to the Father Manning Gales Club here in County Longford and Drumlish, where we're almost set to go now for the second half of this Masters Spirit Cup final between Cavan and Galway. It's Cavan leading at half time by 9 points to 3. And our match referee Frankie Tower will set things in motion in just a second when all the Galway players make their way over to the dugout on the far side of the field. But really good finish to that first half from Cavan. They'll be hoping to continue that momentum now in the second half. In there for the throw-in for Cavan, wearing 19 is Ray Keogh from Gowna, who had a particularly prominent role in that last 15 minutes before half-time. Galway, though, have won the throw-in. And they have the opportunity now to get themselves up the field. Brendan Devaney from Tuam Star sends it to Martin Kelly. Galway need a quick start to this second half. They've coughed up possession. It's well won there by Derek Hand, and here come Cavan now. It's 3-on-3 inside that 45. Colm Riley takes it and is looking up here for a pass across the field. Finds it to Tomás Leonard, and now Leonard's ball forward finds Anthony Brady. He kicked 2 points in the first half. Well, one of them was a fisted point. Ball back as far as Michael McGovern. McGovern weaves away from a couple of challenges, now trying to get it back onto the right boot. Still McGovern. Oh, and he's got himself to free. Did really, really well to the corner forward there. There was plenty of Galway defenders back there. But Con, that's good work from Cavan again.
Yeah, Galway will be disappointed. They won the throw-in through Brendan Devaney, but they went on then to cough up possession, and Cavan will be delighted with that, pulling the jersey and an easy tap over free.
Lovely score from McGovern. That's his second point. Kicked one from play as well earlier on today.
Yeah, Cavan will want to do what the neutral doesn't want. They'll want to put this to bed very early and make sure it's not a contest coming down the stretch.
That's 10-3 now, so quite a significant gap between the teams. You're getting to the stage already where you'd feel that Galway might need a goal to bring themselves back into it, but they'll look for a score here in any case. That's a fine pass, and Galway now on the attack here, straight down the heart of that Cavan defence. Is there an opportunity here for a point? Ball works its way out to that far side again. Cutting inside was Stephen Caniff. He's upended, and it's a free in for Galway. Good response to that early score for Cavan.
Yeah, that was he did really well there. He went down. I thought he was after shipping a really heavy hit from Pádraig Cahill, but once he got the free, he bounced up and came back here to centre back. But they definitely needed that. Well, they have to finish it first, and get possession from the kick out. You'd like to see from a game point of view, you'd like to see Galway getting a couple of points and putting it up to Cavan here.
Well, there's one for Flaherty. D.D. Flaherty, as he's known in the programme, from Barna. That's his third point of the game. 3 frees, and brings Galway's tally to 4. So 10-4 now. 6 points the margin, as it was at half time. Early stages of the second half in this Masters Spirit Cup final. Don't forget, we'll have the Challenge Cup final for you between Armagh and Sligo from 3:30. That game too will be live streamed. Cavan kick out is out across the sideline. Good work from Galway. They pushed right up. And here's the line ball now for Noel Qualter. Dinks it inside as far as Kelly. Coming off his shoulder was Brian Loughlin, but he loses out, and Cavan win the ball back. There's a late hit in there, and that's going to be a card for Martin Kelly, you feel. Just probably frustration. Now, will it be black is the question. Cavan man still down to the yellow card. Just a late shoulder coming in from Kelly.
And you can understand that frustration. They had possession of the ball, but the Cavan tackling, in fairness, has been tenacious. The way they get in around the ball, their appetite for work is brilliant.
So away we go again. And eventually Cavan take the free. Ball finds its way back to the free taker, Shane McInerney. All the way across the field. Tomás Leonard. Here's Shane McInerney again. And now Pádraig Cahill. Stephen Tighe. Galway trying to get the challenges in. Anthony Brady takes it away again. Tomás Leonard rides the first challenge. Referee allows play continue. Galway felt there was steps in there. Lovely ball inside. Sheridan's out in front. Lovely spin as well. Cavan sensing goal might be on here. No free, says the referee, and Galway this time win it back. Well, when Sheridan won that ball, you sensed there was a big score on, maybe even a goal, but nothing in the end for Cavan. And Galway now trailing by 6 points. Go on the counter-attack. Qualter retains possession just about. Then hit by a pair of challenges from the Cavan players. The second one came in from Stephen Tye, and that might well be a card. The referee's got the notebook out. Maybe just ticking the Cavan player.
It looked like it was going to be that combination again when that ball went into Joe Sheridan. He won it brilliantly, laid it off excellently to Stephen McGovern, who's already come on and got 2 points off of the exact same pass, but he got bottled up. I think he was thinking a goal, and by the time he made his mind up, the Galway men had him swamped.
There was a yellow card in there for Derek Hand, actually, who put in the other challenge in that sequence. Noel Qualter just taking some fluids on board. He'll be okay to continue, I think.
Is that the blood sub sign that the ref is making there? I think it is. Frankie Toher. Maybe not.
So there'll be changes coming, won't there, all the way through the second half. Roll on, roll off subs in Masters football. And as you observed in the first half, Con, Galway maybe with the legs on Cavan here. They'll be hoping that's the case. That ball sent into the full forward line. It squirted away initially from David Cohen. Now Noel Qualter wins himself a free again. He shook off the knock he picked up a few minutes ago. Tried to take that free. He's earned himself a few yards there by smashing it off the player in front of him. Takes it quickly as far as Flaherty. Flaherty wins the free. So a series of frees for Galway, and in the end this one might be kickable.
Yeah, the crankiness level has definitely upped itself a bit, Cathal. You can just sense it here. The hits aren't as clean as they might have been in the first half. I didn't, to be honest with you, in fairness to Daithí Neri, there didn't look to be an awful lot wrong with that. He came in strong, but reached in over the shoulder. A yellow card would appear harsh, but Galway won't mind, and they've this trusty right boot now of Flaherty to see can they edge them a bit closer again.
10-4 as things stand. This to make it 10-5 to close the gap down to 5 for Galway. Flaherty kicks it lovely over the bar. That's his 4th point of the game for them from frees. And Galway back to within 5 points. So they'll be pleased enough with their start of the second half. Cavan might feel that they probably should have had a score down the other end before that ball worked its way up to the Galway full forward line. That's a good kick out as far as Ray Keogh. Now, had he gathered that one in time, the Galway players feel like he hadn't gathered that one. The whistle had sounded for the mark, I think. I think the referee might throw this one in now. Just as he came back to ground, he dropped it, didn't he, Ray Keogh?
The ref had he had blown for the mark, so I suppose that is the right call. Then a hot ball with the mistake made. I thought it was a really good kick out. The keeper, Brian Clark, had spotted a mismatch height-wise out there and floated a lovely ball on top of Keogh.
Ball thrown in by Frankie Toher, and then it's a Cavan free. Keogh was fouled, he says, by Brendan Devaney. So kind of a stop-start nature to the start of the second half. Lots of frees thrown in there. By the way, Keith Fannin is in for Cavan there, which is a big player to bring in at this point, you would say. Here he is on the possession.
He's a brilliant left boot on him.
Evidence of that there straight away. Ball down as far as Colin Riley, who hasn't got a bad left boot either. Riley wins possession nicely, then gets away from the challenge, plays it to his wing forward, Tomás Leonard from Killygarry. Just, poor ball across from him, and that might let Galway take full advantage here on the counter-attack. Fine defending, however, on the part of Paul Brady from Cornafane. Got out in front. That was a really important hand because Cavan looked a bit exposed there had that ball gone to hand for Galway. Here come Cavan now looking to punish Galway down the other end. Tomás Leonard has space in front of him out to the top of the D. Perfect shooting chance, and that looks good from here. Great score for Cavan. It's come from Tomás Leonard, the wing forward, and that's a point that pushes them even further in front. 11 points to 5.
Yeah, he atones for he had a bad crossfield ball there that was cut out in the play before that, but I'm very impressed with Leonard and Brady, the two wing forwards from Cavan. They're giving them great energy up along the wing forward positions.
11-5 at Father Manning Gales GA Club in Drumlish in County Longford. Hand pass down the line, well gathered under pressure by David Cohen. Wins Galway the free, and now away they go again. That bounce just deceiving Flaherty on this occasion. The cornerback will take full advantage. Daithí Neri collects possession, and Cavan now looking to manage this game to keep their lead intact. They lead by 6 as they did at half time, but they've given the ball straight back to Galway here. Is there a chance to nab a score? Flaherty has kicked 4 frees. Can he get one from play? Answer this time is no. It's off the upright. It's still in play though. It'll be gathered by Brian Loughlin. Flaherty's made his way across to get a hold of it again. Might he take on a shot from here? He will. I think that took a deflection off the defender, and in the end gathered by Brian Clark, the Cavan goalkeeper.
Flaherty be disappointed. He hit the crossbar with the Galway's first play of the game, and he hit the upright there, and again it was a point that could really have done it.
Derek Harms.
Great block.
Great block down. Wearing 33 that we don't have in the programme, unfortunately.
No, there's a couple of very elusive footballers here who we can't even tell you their names because we don't know who they are. But a great block.
Shane McInerney from Clonagale has got this line ball. Cavan leading by 6 in this Masters Spirit Cup final for 2024. That's a fine pass inside. Tomas Leonard, who kicked that point a few minutes ago, picks up possession. In fact, that's Stephen Tighe. Now it's with Paul Brady. Keith Fannin, remember, on the field now for Cavan. He's just in your picture there wearing number 11. This is Joe Sheridan, the former Meath footballer. Gives this one off as far as Tomas Leonard. Leonard, difficult angle hero. He seems to have struck that one nicely. Oh, what a great score from Tomas Leonard. Well, if there's a better score today, that'll take some beating. Great score, 12 points to 5.
Brilliant, and again that man again, Sheridan, involved as the link-up man. But well,
Cavan are terribly fortunate. With Galway, rather. Cavan terribly unfortunate not to find the net.
That would have been curtains, you'd imagine, for Galway if that had to find the net, with Colm Riley picking up the short kick out there. But back, Sheridan again setting the ball up, but that's a brace. 2 points apiece from play now for Leonard and Brady. Is a fair contribution from your 10 and 12.
Certainly is. Cavan have had a nice spread of scorers, so they have in their team. Brady's got 2, Leonard's got 2, Colm Riley 2 frees, 2 for Michael McGovern, 2 for Joe Sheridan, 2 for Stephen McGovern. So plenty of attacking options for Cavan. Lovely ball down as far as the aforementioned Stephen McGovern. They're playing with a real purpose now. Our Cavan, Joe Sheridan's getting this one, first time effort from him. Didn't quite get a hold of the shot. Easily gathered by Barry Steed, the Galway goalkeeper, but matters pretty difficult right now for Galway. They trail by 7. Flaherty's got a hold of possession. He's come out from the full forward line here to get involved. He's won his side a free. Brian Loughlin plays it forward first time. Henry just nudged off that by Paul Brady, who's had a very good game at full back. And now Keith Fannin. Long ball down. Colm Riley's found himself in a little bit of space, just has to work a little harder than he might like to get after this one. Keeps it in play. Lovely little couple of soccer touches there, and he's done really well to hold off the initial challenge.
I thought he was going to do a press up on the ball there, kind of a US military style press up.
But didn't quite work out in the end for him. And Galway, well, there's purpose about their play now, isn't there? Because there needs to be. They trail by 7 points, and they need something to happen here in the attacking department to work their way back into this Masters Spirit Cup final. Ball in the arms of their captain Martin Kelly. He just thought about that one for a little too long and almost lost it. Then Flaherty is fouled. Route 1 ball in here, down into the corner. Hop into the arms of David Cohen. He's fouled, and a free in for Galway. You'd imagine this is kickable. I think Flaherty just telling them to hang on here and have a go, and that will be the result. Flaherty's going to make his way over to kick it, but we are getting into that territory, aren't we, where Galway probably need a goal here to breathe life into their tie again. Absolutely,
and unfortunately they don't seem to have the physical presence to lump a ball in and have an advantage in there, with the exception perhaps of centre forward Martin Kelly that we see in there on the edge of the square. They've lighter forwards. I thought that, as the game went on, that might tell in the fitness stakes, but Cavan have been very solid at the back, and as long as they keep them outside of that scoring zone, they'll be happy with that.
So this is Flaherty now with the free, 4 of them already to his name. Again, he's stolen a yard or 2 here, kicking this one right-footed and making no mistake. So 4 turns into 5 for Daniel Flaherty, and that's 6 points now for Galway. Still just the 1 point from play. That came from Brian Loughlin way back in the first half. Still Cavan in a comfortable position here, leading 12-6. Again, Cavan retain possession from their own kick out. Shane McInerney doing well, picking out the ball forward, but that one always favouring the Galway centre back Stephen Caniff from Clare Galway. Brian Loughlin now shifts it quickly to Noel Coulter. Drives the ball down. More good defending from Cavan, though. They've been really, really impressive in a defensive sense in particular, have Cavan. And now they're on the attack here again. Colm Riley has come looking for this one, then searches for a man off the shoulder. Barry Riley. Long ball sent forward, that hit off a player on the way through. That allows Galway to sweep up the loose ball. And now some space here for Kelly in the middle. Just waiting for something to happen here. Galway have only got one player inside in the full forward line though. That's David Cohen. He's actually occupying a position out in the right corner, just off camera, so there's not a whole lot to aim at in there. Cohen is making a run now for the ball and might just get on the end of it. He's been marked by Kevin Donoghue from Lavey. Cohen in along the end line, has to come all the way back out to Kelly. Is there a chance to get a shot off here? There is. This has come from the full forward, Mark Henry, and they've got it. That's much better from Galway, just their second point from play, but it closes the gap down to 5 again, 12 points to 7.
Mark Henry, the Trim Stars man, the guy we picked out in the first half, he looks like a real stylish player, but I suppose as a full forward with a team that's struggling for scores, they need him to get into the game now and add on to that because they don't seem to have that scoring threat, but they have loads of movement in their possession is the issue for them out in the middle now. Yeah,
another long one sent out by the Cavan goalkeeper Clark, but this time Galway win the break. Kelly looking up here, Henry's out in front this time and wins it well under pressure. He has a free now. This one again certainly on the edge, if not well outside it here for Flaherty.
I love the way Flaherty moves it in 5 metres before he moves it in another 5 metres. Brilliant.
Might he take that one on, Con? He's probably, well, he's inside the 45, isn't he? It looks long on the angle we've got here, but it might be within his range if he strikes it right on the money.
Yeah, the wind seems to have changed. It's going down into that right corner, so he'll probably have to cut across it, you'd imagine, and draw it in from left to right.
It's going to the outside of the right. So, yeah, in the end, he turns down that opportunity and sends it back as far as his midfielder, Brendan Devaney, who'll go down that central channel. That's a fine defensive intervention there. And Joe Sheridan, who's come out to centre forward here, drives the ball in. You could see what he was trying to do, but Stephen McGovern was just caught on his heels there. And Stephen Smith from Williamstown takes it away for Galway. This is Noel Coulter again. He's been a diligent worker around the middle. The referee has pulled that one back, might have been let go for the advantage. They've put a big man in there for a high ball, haven't they, on the edge of the square? Is that Brendan Devaney that's gone in there?
It is Brendan Devaney, yeah, and that's a good move. That can give them a focus in there. Devaney definitely wouldn't have been happy. It looked like he was gone there. He could have had a free shot rather than being brought back for the free, but they'll get on with it.
12-7 in favour of Cavan. As full time comes into view, Coulter
there's that ball.
Lofts it in there. It's a good one as well. Devaney's in there. He got a little fist to it at the end, but Cavan throwing bodies at it, and they defended quite well. Now can they counter here and maybe get a score at the other end? Joel Sheridan has come out, as I say, to the middle of the park, and now Cavan on the attack. Keith Fannin has gone into full forward. Will they aim a ball towards him? Barry Riley down towards Fannin in the corner. Fannin looking to maybe work it onto the left boot if he can. Plays it short. There's a hefty challenge coming in on Michael McGovern, and that'll be a free all day long.
Liam Tierney definitely went into the book for that. The high challenge was bad enough, but the follow through was definitely damning.
And Cavan will be pretty happy with that, because Galway had built up a bit of momentum down the other end. Now this isn't an easy free by any means for Joel Sheridan, as we've been saying, there is that bit of a breeze blowing. Now Sheridan does have a big right boot on him, as we know from down through the years. This one just outside the D, as you can see. Good angle for a right-footed kicker. Joel Sheridan curling this one in. Will it curl enough? The answer is yes. That's a really stylish point from Joel Sheridan, and that makes it 13-7 now.
He's been excellent in all facets, hasn't he? He's even gone back to help out in the backs. He's linked up play, got a lovely score from play himself and set up. He's so unselfish in there as a target man, looking all around all the time for who he can bring into the game. He's had a really good 40 plus minutes in this game.
Loose ball spills in the middle again, and Cavan have won it. Might that free from Sheridan just help them regain control of this match? They lead by 6 again, 13 points to 7, as we approach full time here in this Spirit Cup final. Cavan just moving the ball here with real purpose, real class as they play that one in. It was picked up by Ray Keogh. Here's Sheridan now again. Sheridan might try and bring it back onto the right. Plays the ball across. Nice pass as far as Michael McGovern. Just unable to control it. And then picked up by Stephen Caniff.
It's a pity McGovern didn't control that. A lovely bit of vision by Sheridan again.
And away go Galway on the counter. They probably need a goal, Galway, you feel, to really breathe life back into their challenge. Trail by 6 at half time. 6 is still the margin. Ball down in front of Mark Henry. Scored a point in the second half. He's on the move here again. Down as far as David Cohen, the corner forward. Being chased by Kevin Donoghue. Henry receives the return. Sizes up the challenge there, but he's met by a strong one from Stephen Tighe. Flaherty, very ambitious effort here. It looks good from here. Oh, how about that for a score from D.D. Flaherty, his 6th point of the day. That's his first from play, and that's the best of the lot. Great point. 13 points to 8 now.
There's no doubt about it. Flaherty has been exceptional today, and the Barna man, it looks like Galway are going to be on the wrong end of the result, but he has had a fantastic outing, and that was just that was the pick of the bunch.
Superb score from Flaherty, but they've probably been overly reliant on him. 6 points, 5 of them from frees. Just 2 other scorers for Galway. Brian Loughlin kicked a point and Mark Henry as well. It makes it 13 points to 8 here, so Cavan's still in charge, but Galway, they've threatened to spark into life here at various stages. I think this is going to be a Cavan free, it looks like, judging by the...
Yeah, and that's the right call. I thought that the Cavan man was fouled in when he went to collect that kick out. I think Frankie just probably had a second or two to get the whistle to the mouth. I think that caused confusion.
Here come Cavan now, working it through the hands. Runners coming off the shoulder. McGovern shifts it quickly. 50-50 ball here. In the end, it almost evaded both players, but Galway come away with possession. And here is Flaherty now. He's been the man taking the fight to Cavan all the way through. Sends it forward quickly. Picked up by Keith Morris from Currafin. Waiting for some support to arrive. It'll arrive in the form of Flaherty again. Spots the gap and tries to go through. Progress is halted. You can just see Flaherty's frustration there with the fouls that are coming in.
He's frustrated, but I think once he felt the contact, he went down there. Brilliant the way he went in through the gap. He's been fantastic as well, Carl, hasn't he? He came back the whole way back here to zone 45 to collect that, and he ends up winning the free at the other end, and he'll go ahead and from a try zone point of view, hopefully kick it.
This would make it 13 points to 9, and certainly make things a little bit more interesting as we head for the concluding moments here in this Masters Spirit Cup final.
Just having a count around there when you're playing against Cavan and you see Jimmy Galligan on the sideline, you always have to just have a second check to make sure there isn't 16, 17 or at times 18 on the pitch. Jimmy wouldn't be great on the sums. He'd have to have the abacus with him at times, but I know in a final there'd be no chance he'd get away with that kind of skullduggery.
Well, there's the Cavan man actually down receiving some attention. Looks like is that Derek Hand in there or Shane Mulligan? It's going to be a substitution in any case. Coming in there wearing 21 looks like Fergal Maguire. So Cavan forced into a change, but Galway just hanging in there. This could make it, as I say, 13-9.
Flaherty was nearly in at the edge of the D to kick that. But Frankie Toher was having none of it.
Yeah, I think that's Shane Mulligan who's making his way off, just off camera. So here's Flaherty. This is an important kick now to close the gap down to 4 for Galway. Oh, goes short. disguised that one nicely. Will it work here for Galway Flaherty? It's a more difficult angle, but has that one crept inside the post? I think it has. And Flaherty with his 7th point of the game. Galway back to within 4, 13 points to 9. Looked like he actually made the angle maybe more difficult there by taking the free short, but didn't matter.
Supreme confidence and brought it in lovely, struck that lovely under pressure. There was a Cavan man coming out onto his boot. If they can get the next score here again, it'll just lead to a nice finish to this.
Cavan goes short. But this has become much more interesting with those couple of Galway scores. Keith Fannin in off the bench to try and see the game out for Cavan. Gets possession again here, Fannin. He's looking up for an option on in front of him. Nothing really presenting itself, so he goes long as far as Joe Sheridan, who'll hold off the initial challenge. Sheridan looking for support here.
Oh, what a ball.
Lovely ball across, and Cavan looking to finish off the score here. It'll be a fine one if they can get it. McGovern kicking this one right-footed, and that one has gone over the bar from Michael McGovern. One of the scores of the game in terms of the build-up play. Sheridan involved Fannin as well, and finished off by Michael McGovern, the corner forward.
Brilliant, and Fannin looked like he was in a spot. There was good Galway pressure on. He was looking up, didn't look like there was a lot on, and when there's not a lot on, put it on top of Joe Sheridan and he'll do the needful. And a great ball across the way he picked out McGovern there across at the top of the tee.
That makes it a 5-point game again, 14 points to 9. Just gives Cavan that little bit more breathing room as we head for the last few minutes here at Father Manning Gales J Club here in Drumlish. Cavan on the attack again, ball across, and it's just gone out over the end line. Sheridan tried to keep it in, was unable to do so. And it'll be a Galway kick out, but I think the Cavan kicked the ball away there, and the goalkeeper. There was 2 balls on the field. Galway now looking to get themselves a score or two down the other end just to keep their fight alive here. Long kick out, great take in the middle. That's a wonderful work from Derek Hand, the midfielder. He's had a good game all the way through, and plays that one away nicely. Cavan have looked very composed in possession when they do have the ball. Pádraig Cahill steps on the accelerator and goes here for the return. Hand got this move going with the fetch from midfield. Sheridan tries to flick it in. It was very ambitious to McGovern. Didn't quite come off, but had it done so, it was a goal opportunity. Here's Flaherty out around the middle now here for Galway, and he's got some space to tear into. Nothing much to aim at inside. A couple of Galway players making their way into the full forward line. Flaherty goes short instead, picks out Brian Loughlin. Down as far as the corner forward, Colin Ridge. Out now, it comes for Galway. Loughlin, nice little step and brings it inside. Keith Morris. Is there a way through here for Galway? There might just be. Shot comes in, it's still there for Galway. It was Stephen Caniff, the centre back, who had the goal opportunity. Took it from just outside the large square, and well, not sure if it was going on target or not, but in any case, away Cavan come
Danger here.
And this can seal it for Cavan. Tomas Leonard racing through. He's got a player over to his right hand side. Sheridan pointing over there. That's where the ball should go. It's with McGovern. This surely to seal it for Cavan, and he's done just that. Michael McGovern with his 4th point of the game, his 3rd from play, and that opens up a nice cushion now for Cavan. 15 points to 9.
What a passage of play. We had Joe Sheridan on a Cavan attack trying a Harlem Globetrotters kind of a flick. Nearly ended up in the back of the net down the other side, but Stephen Caniff, when he got through with that chance, that would have really given us a brilliant finish. Well blocked out by the Cavan defence, and the transition up the pitch, excellent. And again we saw Sheridan making a run to draw the Galway man away and leave the space inside behind for McGovern. Another sign of how selfless he is in his forward play. Excellent.
15 points to 9, I make it in favour of Cavan now. 6 points the gap, and they've responded well to that little surge from Galway. They close it down to 4 points at 13 points to 9. This man has been at the heart of the Galway challenge. Flaherty tries to get away from the challenge, unable to do so. It's a free. And away Galway go again. They need a goal. They might need 2. They trail by 6. This is Brian Loughlin. Loughlin is still going here. Brilliant from him. Can Galway make something of this? Keith Morris takes a hold of it. Back now to Noel Qualter. Rounds the first challenge. Qualter, no way through. And now it's a free. But Cavan have clogged up that central channel. They've got 14 players back there.
Yeah, they know at this stage if there isn't a goal, they're home and hosed. But it's good to see them mixing it up a bit. But they've put in the big man, and they're Brendan Devaney on the edge of the square, but they're slow to use him. They've only put one ball in since he's occupied that space.
The referee has got the notebook out there. He's looking at the watch as well. I think Flaherty's just asking what's left here in terms of what they need to do. But I suspect, well, should he go for a goal here? There's so many players, isn't there, between him and the goal? But he might have to go for a goal. In the end, just settles to pop it over the bar. Some game from Flaherty. DD Flaherty, as he's called in the programme. 8 points, I make it. 2 of them from play.
Yeah, he's been a standout player, hasn't he? And between himself and Sheridan have been the 2 standout players. Really, Cavan have had more that have added in around it. But we mentioned their wing forwards, Leonard and Brady, excellent, and McGovern there, as you mentioned, with 3 points from play too. Stephen McGovern has come on weighing in as well. But they've been the 2 standout players in it, and it's hard to believe for Flaherty that he's likely to end up on a losing team here.
Derek Hand has fouled as Cavan made their way forward. It'll be a free in. Referee's looking at the watch there. In terms of a player of the match, Con, who are you thinking? Well, you mentioned a few of them there.
They're the 2 guys, between the 2 of those, it'll be Flaherty and Sheridan, I think, have been standout. There's your answer, Colin. Yeah.
Oh, great goal from Joe Sheridan. There's the strength again. Held the player off with one arm and then smashed it in with the right hand. Joel Sheridan with the goal for Cavan, 115 to 10 points. Yeah,
well, and listen, just as we were having that discussion, Flaherty will surely come down here now and get a hat-trick in a minute, but I've been very, very impressed with him. And there we go, very impressed with Sheridan, his strength, the way he brought other players into the game, and he fully deserved that goal at the end. He's been so selfless the whole way through. We saw all the skills. He had a lovely left-footed score in the first half, but it wasn't just the Joe Sheridan show. He was ably assisted throughout the pitch. Like they were so tigerish in defence, well set up. Derek Hand with a couple of great fetches around the middle of the field. Thomas Leonard and Brady at wing forward deserve honourable mention, the amount of work they got through and weighed in with a couple of points apiece. But the forward line, they played so well off Sheridan. He brought them in so well around him. Like McGovern benefited. The 2 McGoverns, Michael and Stephen, both benefited from it. And Colin Riley as well kicked a couple of frees that he got to win. On the Galway side, there were Manley, Stephen Kniff, Manley at centre back. Unfortunate not to get a goal after he stormed through. Other than that, they'll be disappointed with their outing. Flaherty was the standout player for them, and at times seemed to be soldiering almost on his own, coming way back to get ball, take on the whole of the Cavan team, and getting scores on the other end, usually from free. So unfortunate for him to be on the losing side. But Cavan have a great record when they do get to finals. They always seem to be able to produce. Yeah, they certainly do, and they've won this one by 115 to 10 points. Great performance from them. The goal coming from Joe Sheridan there on the stroke of full time. So congratulations to Cavan. They're the Masters Spirit Cup champions for 2024. They collect the silverware here after an 8-point win in the end over Galway. Very entertaining encounter. Don't forget they will be back here on the live stream very shortly from 3:30 for the 5th and final of the series of finals in the last few weeks of Masters football. That's between Armagh and Sligo in the Masters Challenge Cup final. The Tier 4 decider throws in at 3:30. We're back with that very shortly, but we'd leave you from the Masters Spirit Cup final here in Drumlish, and a final scoreline of Cavan 115, Galway 10 points.